Right, hi there guys. This is 88 Shadow Angel here, with a bit of a review. Now I know these have been out for a while, but obviously with all the 40k stuff that I've been doing and everything lately, I've really only just been able to get around to buying these. Now for anyone who doesn't know, these are the SkullCrushers of Khorne unit for Warriors of Chaos in Fantasy. Now I wanted to try something a bit different, I suppose. I wouldn't say different because I have an entire Warriors of Chaos army. But I wanted to try getting back into Fantasy because I feel that I've done so much with 40k over the past couple of years, and that my Fantasy's kind of been left out. And I want to try and re-get back into that. So after all the campaigns that I'm involved in and everything have finished in that, I'm going to start doing a bit more fantasy-based stuff. Mainly Warriors of Chaos, because obviously it's the army I do, but I may pick up a few bits and pieces here. So anyway, after my bit of a ramble, so as I said before, these are the new SkullCrusher unit of Khorne. Like I say, these have been out for a while, but I love that. It's a really nice unit because you can finally put a Lord on a Juggernaut in a unit. So yeah. So as you can see on the front cover, you get your set for 3 knights. You can either have them with the spears. Obviously, you got your musician standard champion who comes with his whatever you want it to be, depending on what your upgrade is. Turn these over. It shows you how you can also build them to have an extra rank of 3, which I'll do in time, and shows you like different heads and stuff like that. Bit of a painting guide of the languages, all the usual bits. Right. So next bit of this vid, we'll take a look and see what's inside. Catch you in a bit. Alright, so here we are again, guys. So this is what you get inside it. Obviously you get your destructions, as my good friend Black Lady Nebraska would say. You get 3 monster cavalry bases, square bases for fantasy, of course. And you get 3 lots of sprues, which are full to the brim with all sorts of bits and pieces. So as you can see, the Juggernaut body, as you would expect, it's huge. The legs come in 2 different parts. The massive horn. Of course, so hopefully you get variant Juggernaut crests as well to go on top of the heads. Now at first glances, guys, I must say these are really nicely detailed. You can see all the Khorne logos and stuff, and printed, the collars to go around the Juggernaut's necks. The spear, I mean, although I'm not going to use the spears on these, I may see if I can put them to some use, because they do look nice, some of these spears and this stuff. All the Khorne logos etched into the blades and every stuff like that, so you never know. So yeah, there's definitely potential for all kinds of bits and pieces in here. Obviously if I turn this over and get a glimpse of that, there you go. Some of the really nice heads. I mean, I'm thinking you could even use these as some alternate Khorne Berserker heads, because obviously they've got the big upward crests, and the Khorne symbol kind of incorporated into the front grills and eye slits and stuff. So I'd potentially say you could, like I say, use them as Khorne Berserker bits. But even the axes on these can be used to some degree. All the spikes and barbs, the Khorne symbol. I mean, this is what I'll be using, because these are there in scrolled weaponry, which, to be honest, is better than spears. Makes you strength 5 all the time, and you can hit ethereal creatures. Now that's a nice axe there. all the cuts and scars with the Khorne symbol in there. You've also got the Khorne symbol on the bit of that one. So yeah, you can, looking at it, you can really make them look fairly individual to one another. If I'm right in thinking, that's the champion's head, which in all honesty does look proper nice. Big massive grill, massive all over crest. I'm sure it's actually got a different name, but I'll call it a crest for now. And you've got there's actually 4 skulls on there, there's one at the back as well. All on the top, all skewered on in true Khorne fashion. As we take another bit of looks at these. So there's the fresh heads for you. If I'm honest, I may keep this unit completely helmeted, just because I'm not too keen on these. I mean, they'd work for more demonic stuff, like Possessed or Chosen or something like that. I think they'd work better for. But I want to make these look proper champion knights for this army. That's the champion's axe as well, which is the twin-headed axe with the Khorne symbols. All the shields have pretty much got the Khorne symbols on them, as you'd expect. And yeah, I'm loving this kit. So let's take a look at the last sprue. Obviously, so a few more variants of heads. There we go. So like I say, for me, I can really see Berserker, the Berserker stuff, if you ever want to use these for 40k, if you have any spare, if you use them, if you buy them for fantasy. I mean, that would look really cool. And they just keep cutting, there's a good fair few bits and pieces in here. I mean, this is the standard. I mean, even that with a bit of work probably used in 40k as well. The Khorne symbol on the top, that's etched on. Khorne symbol on there. More of the shields. So your standard Khorne symbol, and spikes and stuff. I mean, look at this leg. I mean, I love this. This is what I really like. The really cool etched in bits of armour, and you could paint the inside of that gold or silver to show the metalwork underneath the brass ball, as they're known. And yeah, there's just so much detail in this kit. So yeah, and that looks awesome. And then you get a few extra bits of chains and stuff. So yeah, I mean, there you go. There you go, guys. I mean, I know it's, fantasy. Fantasy may be, maybe your thing, or it's just a finished notes. So yeah, I mean, fantasy may be your thing, and it may, it may not. But I mean, I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to expand the field, of what I do, and looking into all other sorts of bits and pieces, and seeing seeing what else is out there. So yeah, I hope this has been somewhat helpful. At some point in the future, I will do a build and paint of these guys, and and hopefully I'll be able to show off my Chaos army, because it's something a bit different, because they're not Khorne red. They are a bone-ish coloured armour, so they're more of the white coloured armour, which I think looks quite nice with the gold. It's something a bit different, and which is what I wanted originally, because it's not standard chaosy colours. So yeah, I may come back to that. Actually, I know what I'll do. This was a quick thought. I'll come back in a minute, and I'll show you my Chaos Lord, which is quite cool. I think it looks quite cool. So, be back. Right, so here we are, guys. Like I said, here's my Chaos Lord model on Juggernaut, which is just recently gone through a repaint and a slight bit of a remodel after I managed to get a hold of the Chaos Lord's helmet from the Manticore set, which is the helmeted one with the really cool. So I'll just pick up the show on camera. So this is what my Chaos Army looks like. All the armour is done exactly the same way, and I've gone for this really aged bone look to the armour, and just given it bits of flash of red to show its allegiance to Khorne. And that's basically where I wanted to come from with this army, because I've never done anything for myself. Then, if you know, nothing original. I've always copied stuff that that you'd see in the books and things like that to do my fantasy chaos. And I got to the point where I was doing my Blood Angels, and I was like, you know what, I really want to try something a bit different and do something that people, or at least myself, haven't seen. And I thought, what about if you put a Chaos Army in bone washed armour, and then flared the gold and stuff like that. And yeah, you know, I mean, I tried it on just a couple of standard warriors, and it's built up into the army of this colour taking over the army of all my warriors, my knights. Currently doing my own hell cannon, and various other bits and pieces. And so yeah, it's like I say, it's something a bit different, and I think it still gives off that kind of dark goriness, or I wouldn't say goriness, I don't know. Still gives up that kind of dark presence to chaos, in that it's like I say, the dark aged bone look of the armour. So it's dirtied, it's battle worn, it's so when I finish this, I'll put a few more. I mean, you can see I've kind of made a start on battle scars and stuff on this beast, because he's been through a lot, my Chaos Lord. And with the new book, depending on when this video goes up, he's either coming out soon or is already out. Yeah, I mean, this is still the metal one. I got it when it first came out, and he's been battling on and off since then, we'll see. See if he'll close. There we go. Just closing up on the head. As you can see, I've had to rechange the head because the old head got a bit mullered and and I couldn't restore any of the detail, so I had to swap heads through the paint, which has given me that. That's easy enough to clean up. So, like I say, there you go, guys. Sorry if it's a bit long, and I do tend to ramble, and I do apologise if any, you know, but it's me. And so yeah, there you go. Like I say, I thought I'd show you something a bit different, because all my videos so far have all been, to the best of my memory, have all been 40k based, apart from obviously the wrestling bonds and the one that was being run over by a tank, which was a great laugh. So yeah, there you go, guys, and I hope to see you soon when I'll be bringing you a bit more up to date on the Typhon, which is going really well. So yeah, I'll catch you next time, guys. Thank you for watching.